Hey guys, welcome back to the Minifest channel. I thought I'd quickly run through some combos for the Runick Pranked deck as I got a lot of requests asking for me to show you how to play this deck. So I thought why not? So the first combo I'll show you involves Mutamorphosis, any Runick card, and any Pranked monster. And then a discard if you want to search Fountain. You don't need the discard for the combo, but obviously we like access to Fountain. And then this is just a blank card, we'll just say. So this is our hand. So here we can go our Runick card to summon Hugin. And then here you can activate your Hugin to discard a card, and which in turn searches as our Fountain. And then here we can activate our Mutamorphosis, tribute this Hugin, which will summon Dropsies from the deck. And then here we summon our other Pranked. Now this other Pranked is very important because if it is Fansies, then you can play this very differently. But if it's any other Pranked, I will show you what you do. So first of all, you link these two into Doodle Doo. Now here you go Chainlink 1, Doodle Doo, as it's the one we want to get negated the least. Chainlink 2 Lampsies, Chainlink 3 Dropsies. So here we want to guarantee our access into Pandemonium. So we summon Fansies and Roxy's off of red and blue, and then we add the Pandemonium off of the Doodle Doo. And now here, you have two different options. You can either activate this now, if they have not Nibiru'd you yet, and then you can add back these two Prankeds, and then you have a Butler setup here, with Pandemonium plus your names. Or you could have Washer set up with these, or either way you want to play it. So honestly, it depends on what this card is, on how you want to play it. If it's a Runick card, then it's very likely that you play it like that, because you can then activate your Runick card to get your 2 draws off a Fountain. And if you activate a tip at the start, obviously you get your 3 draws off a Fountain. But if you want to play it greedier, you can keep this on board and you can go for the Pranks access. So you then link these two off for Bow Wow, and then you go Chainlink 1 Roxy's, Chainlink 2 Fansies, and obviously with the Fansies we send our Pranks, and then we summon another copy of red, and then off of the Roxy's we can banish this blank card to summon our Fansies. And now, since we have our Pranks engraved, we can tribute Doodle Doo to add back Pranks and a Butler name. Doesn't matter which. Dropsies is the best one here because we have gone green, red, and blue. So now we have our Butler set up on field, and we have a draw off of Roxy's here. And then in end phase, we get another draw off of this Pranks. And for their turn, we still have the Butler set up off of the Pande. But this way we get the Pranks. But we played very hard into Nib in this combo. Now, I will show you how the combo differs if you start with the Fansies for your normal summon. So let us rewind. We are back in this position. And we still have our Fountain in hand. And then we can continue our combo. Okay, so here we link these two off. And we summon Doodle Doo as usual. And then we go Chainlink 1 Doodle, Chainlink 2 Fansies, Chainlink 3 Dropsies. You want Dropsies as Chainlink 3 because this is the one we don't mind being ashed. So off of Dropsies, we summon red. Off of Fansies, this decision is also very dependent on what you want to play around. So you can either send the pthe, or you can either send the pranks, or if you already have access to one of these, you can add the place. You can send the place, and then we can search another pranked later, or you can use it as a free banish of a Roxy's. So yes, here, if you want to play around Nib, you want to add Pandemonium off of the Doodle-Doo. If you want to guarantee your guarantee the draw off of the pranks, then obviously we add the pranks. If you want to like dig deep into Runick cards, then we can add the pranks instead. But usually the correct add is pthe off of the Doodle, and then we send the pranks off of the Fansies, and then obviously we summon our Roxy's from the deck. And then here we can freely not play into Nib as hard by tributing Doodle and add these two from the grave to hand. Now keep in mind, if they did have Nibiru for that game state, we have pthe, and we can chain it to fuse, and then these will activate in a new chain, and then you can make a new copy of Doodle to add back 2 cards. I'll show you what to do in more detail in a second, but from this position, we can link these 2 off to make the Bawabok. And then both the Prankids again will trigger. And then you float into Fansies and Lampsies, as we now have all butler names. And then we banish a blank card to draw a card off of Roxy's. Then we have pranks for a draw in end phase, Pandemonium for fusion plays in their turn. And this line didn't lose to Nib that hard, as we started with the Fansies. So we have rewound back to this game state. Now I'll show you what to do if they do have the Nib. So let's say they reveal the Nib, then we can chain our Pandemonium to fuse the 2 kids we have not used. And then we can summon our Rocket Ride, then Nibiru resolves, these 2 will be tributed, and you will get a token. This will go to grave, and then on a new chain, you can activate your Lampsies and your Roxy's. Roxy's will banish a card in your hand, and you will draw a card. And then you summon any Prankid from your deck. And then Lampsies also will summon any Prankid from your deck, and they take 500 damage. And now from here, we can link these into a second copy of Doodle-Doo. Keep in mind, these ones don't float because we have activated all our Prankids effects. Now the add back from this Doodle is very dependent on your current hand. If we have multiple Runick cards, then we have probably already digged deeper into our deck with Fountain, and this would probably be on field. Keep in mind, we have 1 unknown card. Right now, this unknown card is very dependent on your play. If it was Runick cards, then we've dug deeper into our deck, and we've probably seen either Prankid or more Runick cards. If it's more Runick cards, that's good. That's more interruptions for your opponent's turn. That's fine. If it's a Prankid, then we can add back our Pandemonium and a Prankid we would like to resolve. So probably Dropsies. And then we can fuse in our opponent's turn to go for Weather Washer so we can survive. So we can survive their onslaught, basically. But if we have Runick cards, we can go for Pranks and a Prankid. Because keep in mind, we are still under Morganite. So for the rest of the duel, we have 2 normal summons. So as long as we see another Prankid anytime during the duel, we can do the full combo again. And this card will shuffle free to draw an end phase, and then we can draw into more Runick cards. And then if we have Resolved Fountain this turn, because if this is the only reason you would add these cards is if we only have Runick cards. So if we have Resolved Fountain, then we have more cards from our fountain draws. So it'd at least have 2 more cards, or 3 more if we start with tip. And then we'd get an extra draw off of the pranks in end phase. So this deck just generates infinite advantage for the Runick cards, basically. The Prankids all mill your deck out and generate infinite advantage and bodies and recursion, follow-up every turn. And let you banish your dead cards to draw into live cards with Roxy's. And then this lets you try to dig into more Runicks every end phase. So this is insane in this deck. So yeah, all in all, these are the main combos you need to know. There's more starter cards, like you can open Instant Fusion plus a Prankid, and then you just do the combo from here, but you only do it with 1 Prankid rather than 2. So you just go this into Doodle, then you go Chilink 1 Doodle, Chilink 2 Prankid, and then summon Fansies, and then you link into the second Doodle, and then you can then continue from where we left off before. So these are the main combos you need to know. There's nothing else that's like crazy. Like all the other lines are just standard Runick lines, and that's pretty much it. Because as long as you know these lines, the deck thins itself out by itself, and then you can usually do one of these lines pretty quickly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this combo tutorial. Let me know if there's any other lines you're wondering about, or if there's anything you were confused on, and I will clarify it in the comments below. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys next time.